Well, cloud gaming is certainly not taking a step back while the new consoles are releasing, and we have plenty of news to cover today. So to start, we're going to talk about the PS Now games that have released for the month of November, and it's the best lineup of games I've seen for the service all year. Xbox and xCloud continue to bring the value that we just aren't seeing anywhere else with EA Play, and get this guys, Disney Plus? Say what? And Luna finally launches Ubisoft Plus, and guys, I'm a bit disappointed, and I have a few thoughts. All that in this video, so subscribe for more cloud gaming news videos as I keep up with all the major players, and hit that like button to help us find more cloud gamers out there. But let's start with the xCloud news, and it's been a while since I've talked xCloud, but they have made some moves, and it doesn't come as a surprise as they've essentially built up the Xbox Game Pass to be, in my estimate, one of the best values in gaming, period. Now, they have, in addition to that, EA Play that will cost you around $4.99 per month or $29.99 for the entire year, but it is very limited so far in the games you can actually play over the cloud. The launch lineup is somewhat small here and surprising, as I did expect a bit more. Titles here such as Dragon Age Inquisition, Madden NFL 20, Mass Effect Andromeda, Mirror's Edge Catalyst, Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare 2, The Sims 4, and Unravel 2, with more being added over time. Now, some of these titles on this list are pretty deep diving titles that will take many hours to complete, like Dragon Age and Mass Effect and The Sims, but the rest don't leave me very impressed. I mean, Madden NFL 20 in 2021 is definitely very disappointing to not see the new Madden here. The value though comes here with just the $4.99, which isn't too bad, but you're already spending $14.99 for the Xbox Game Pass. Ultimately, it will come down to you if you feel that it's worth dropping $5 to dive into any of these titles just for the xCloud portion, especially since none of them are brand new. But if you're someone using EA Play outside of just xCloud, there is definitely a lot more titles. But even then, looking at the full scope of almost every title here, it's pretty old games. But it will be interesting to find out how many of you guys would be interested in this lineup of titles at a relatively low price. With that, let me know down below if you think this is worth the value, and if you like to see this on other platforms like, for example, Luna or Stadia. Alright, moving on to the other xCloud news, we have a curious partnership here with Disney Plus, and it comes in as a perk to those who sign up for the Xbox Game Pass Ultimate. You will be eligible to claim a 30-day subscription trial through the perks gallery on your Xbox console or Xbox app or mobile app, and confirmed this does work for those who already are part of the membership, as I was able to claim myself a free 30-day sub. Now, Xbox claims they want this to be a membership for gamers, where they can continue to provide the most value for members. Now, they've had all sorts of promotions like this in the past, like a Discord Nitro membership, Postmates, Spotify, so this is pretty cool way to reward your members and faithful followers, and I hope they continue to do partnerships like this down the line, because in my opinion, it continues to solidify your investment in the Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, and it makes it easier to plop down that monthly subscription that can get pricey over time. Like always, guys, though, stay tuned for any new promotions, as I will let you guys know about these as they come. Alright, moving on to the rest of the news, we have Luna, who has now officially seen the first iteration of Ubisoft Plus in the cloud, and man, guys, my own feelings on this are a little all over the place. First, let's discuss the news. Ubisoft Plus has launched for Luna at a $14.99 price. You can only stream on one device. This is important because Luna Plus itself lets two people stream at the same time. You cannot do that with Ubisoft Plus games, and this will be having titles that are up to 1080 60 FPS with 4K coming down the line. So that about wraps up what's happening with the launch. Now, the games are where we start to see some interesting things. Now, I know Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Watch Dogs Legion are now both playable through Luna Plus. These are completely two brand new titles, and you will have access to both in the cloud for just $14.99. But as for the rest of the titles, well, guys, there just isn't a lot here. We have the Far Cry titles, an assortment of Assassin's Creed titles, the Old Division, Ghost Recon Breakpoint, which is pretty good actually, Trials Fusion, Steep, Monopoly. So all in all, not as many titles as I thought we could potentially see. With Luna being a Windows-based platform, I was expecting upwards of 30 titles, with not being shocked if I saw up to 50, considering Ubisoft Plus has over 100 games you can download. So I was disappointed to say the least. But the titles themselves they do have are actually pretty solid, and you are getting the newest games that come out. So overall, I would say this is still worth it, but it is a bit surprising to see the lack of games, as I even think Stadia will be launching with more titles when Ubisoft Plus comes this year. Now, this is a window-based platform, so I do expect to see this fill up way more and a lot more faster here in the coming months. And as that happens, I'll of course be reporting it. But the last thoughts that I have here might be a bit of a personal frustration, but not just myself, as I'm seeing these messages all across the board from other people. But my thoughts are, guys, what exactly are they thinking over at Amazon with how they are launching this platform? I mean, this is an extremely slow rollout, and to see a big thing like a Ubisoft Plus launch on Luna and seeing that the press that they are giving via Twitter, I'm a bit surprised at how they are handling this overall. I've never seen a company roll out their platform in such an odd way, launch a big feature like a Ubisoft Plus, and only a handful of people can even experience it. It's really baffling all around, and I honestly expected by this point, Ubisoft launching their channel on Amazon Luna, that most if not all people would have had access by now. They are being almost too careful here, and I think that whatever initial hype Luna has had is steadily falling down the wayside, if not all but gone. And I would encourage them to start to drive this a bit quicker, as it is really painful to watch this, and it almost makes no sense, at least to me. But alright guys, I'm going to continue to keep you guys updated as more games come to Luna, as more news continues to happen, but I honestly hope that they start to open up access not just to the US users, which honestly not many are even experiencing it here, but others all around the world. Like always guys, stay tuned. Alright, the last piece of news that I want to go ahead and touch on, and I'm a bit late on this one guys, so I really do apologize, but PlayStation Now released some excellent titles, and these are the best ones that I have seen since I started covering them. And to start, we have F1 2020. This is a game that came out this past summer. It is my racing game of the year so far, and I'd be curious to see how this one runs through PlayStation Now. We also have Injustice 2, Kingdom Come Deliverance. Now this is another title that I've wanted to play, so I'm glad it's here and now I get to go ahead and experience it. My Time at Porsche, this is not a bad game as well. Rage 2 is another excellent title releasing, and we have here a personal favorite game of mine in Warhammer Vermintide. This is easily, guys, the best games that I've seen on PlayStation Now, dropped by a mile this year, and the best month they've had so far in my opinion, of course. Hopefully though, none of the titles leave the service anytime soon, but I'm glad to see them roll out such awesome games for the month of November. Alright guys, with that, let me know your thoughts on today's cloud gaming news. What do you think of xCloud's EA Play launch and launch titles for the xCloud service? Does that Disney Plus motivate you at all to sign up? What are your thoughts on Luna and Ubisoft Plus lineup so far? Let me know what you guys think. Make sure you guys subscribe, as I do keep up with all the news all around cloud gaming, and hit that like button as well. I'm Sunny, and like always, I'll see you guys in the cloud.